Hello friends, followers and channel members, welcome back to another video here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Today's video we are going to be looking at something which should hopefully help you guys all gain better performance in your simulator when using AI traffic models. Of course, AI traffic models are essential to bringing your simulator for life with real-world airlines and real-world aircraft. Whether you're flying on VATSIM and model matching, or whether you're just using any other traffic injectors such as Beyond ATC for example, having these models installed in your community folder ensures that everything looks really nice and realistic. The problem is, of course, that if you're flying in a particular part of the world where there are dozens, maybe 50, 60 AI aircraft all flying around you, then this can really hamper performance on your PC. Personally, I use two different sets of AI traffic models, that from FS Traffic and that from the amazing freeware community that is fsltl-traffic. Now, fsltl has also just had a brand new update. This has added a further 200 new liveries to the already thousands available. This new update also features various model tweaks and improvements, better sounds for all of the models, and they have also updated their VMR file for those of you who do model match on VATSIM. In addition to the base models now being updated, they have also recently updated the fsltl-traffic-injector to their latest version, which supports lots of new features, as well as ensuring that historical data for the static aircraft has been updated, and hopes to also improve the aircraft that we see live when using their traffic injector, as it checks for aircraft movements before launching from Flight Radar 24. So as wonderful as all this sounds and as amazing as it all looks, how about improving our performance when we want to fly in a densely populated traffic area? Now, AI traffic models we don't generally tend to get up close and personal to. If you do, chances are that you've done something wrong. The idea with the AI models is they're just flying around us, usually off in the distance, so we don't actually need the best texture quality available as we would do for our own aircraft, for example. So what if we could halve the amount of textures that we have for our AI traffic, therefore improving the performance, the FPS that we're getting, but still maintaining good enough quality models and liveries for our flight simulator? Well, that is what we're going to be looking at in our video today. I'm going to be showing you how to reduce the texture sizes of your AI traffic models, which should then benefit you immensely when flying in densely populated areas. Before we go any further, make sure you have downloaded the latest fsltl traffic injector and base models, both available via the fly-by-wire installer. Link to that in the video description down below. It is also worth pointing out at this point that the base models, because there is now over 200 brand new liveries to be included in this, might take you a while to download. If you are using fsltl traffic pack for your model matching on VATSIM, don't forget, once downloaded, head to your community folder and in there you'll find their latest fsltl VMR file. Okay, so next let's have a look at reducing those textures to improve our performance. In the video description down below there are 3 files linked that you will need to download: a texture optimizer, a compressinator and a text converter. I've just renamed this zip file texture because it's going to be easier for us a little bit later on. I'm then going to just move it to my documents folder, and here is where I'm then just going to extract it, and it's now in an easy and memorable location on the hard drive. Next then we're going to go into that folder and we're going to run the texture optimizer executable. Now this will automatically want to install to your program files folder, but don't do that. Instead, we're going to install the program into this very same folder. So just navigate your way through Windows folders and pick the folder you can see on screen, which for me here is the documents and then the textures folder that has been created. Once that's all installed, you should see the same folders and files as I've got on screen here. The next step then is to install the compressinator that we've downloaded. So again, still in my documents, I'm just going to create a folder which we can install that into. Basically, I'm just trying to keep everything together. So that folder has now been created. We are going to run the compressinator executable and get that installed. On the installation screen then, where it says installation folder, just simply again browse to the documents and find the folder that we've just created and select the folder. Ready to install. Once that's finished then, turn your attention to the text converter program that you've now downloaded. Now we don't need to run this file, instead what you need to do is actually pop it in a specific folder in the compressinator folder that we created and installed that into. So I'm just going to simply cut that, and you want to pop it in the compressinator bin CLI and just paste that in there. So your compressinator bin CLI should look like this. Now before I go any further, I am just going to see just how big my fsltl traffic folder is. If we quickly have a look on properties, let it work it out. Yeah, so I've currently got 40 gig of textures in there, which is obviously quite a lot. Okay, so next, the texture program that we've downloaded has to be run in the command prompt. Simply typing cmd into your start window will bring up the command prompt and will look something like this. And then we are going to use the command prompt and navigate to the texture folder that we created and installed our program in. So in order to do that, I'm already in users Gavin, and then we want documents folder, and then obviously we want to go to the textures folder. Alright, once we're here, we're going to add the following command. Now obviously this is a lot of text, so I've written this text down in the video description below, so you can simply copy and paste it into the command prompt. Once we're here then, you'll see that there is the source folder section of this line. Now the source folder is going to be the folder which holds all of the files that we are going to downscale. That is essentially the fsltl folder, which will be in your community folder. Now we would need to then point this to the place where your community folder is located, but let's be honest, that is a very long string. So instead what I'm going to do is navigate to my community folder and just cut out the fsltl-base folder, because this is the one that we basically want to downscale, and I'm just going to pop this somewhere much easier. So as we can see here on screen, popping that into the documents folder, so it's now easily accessible. Replace where it says source folder then, and pop in the path for the fsltl-traffic-base folder, which, if it's like me, is just in my documents folder where I've just moved that. Make sure you pop this in quotation marks as well. Now at the end of the string you'll see it says image resolution. You're going to choose which resolution you want to downscale this to. Now I'm going to let this run, but you'll see in a moment I will make a couple of mistakes. I did choose an incompatible image resolution, and also I got my backslashes in my string the wrong way around. They should be forward slashes. So long time since I've used the command prompt, and even longer since I've used anything like MS-DOS, for those of you that remember that. However, the final correct path is now shown here down at the bottom. So once I got the backslashes as forward slashes and I had chosen a correct image resolution, simply hit enter and the program will start to run. Now this program will take a while. Think about how many liveries are involved in fsltl, and well, you can see once the texture optimizer has finished, it will tell you all the information down at the bottom. As you can see, mine was running for nearly 3/4 of an hour. That's how long it took. It tells you everything about what was processed, and you can see the original size of my folder, as we saw, was about 40 gigabytes. It is now only 4 gigabytes. What will happen is in that documents folder where the fsltl-traffic-base was moved to, we now have another folder which is the same, but it's got optimized at the end. What we will need to do is cut this, pop it back into our community folder so that the fsltl injector can use it, and once that's done, simply remove the word optimized from the end, so it is the same as the original folder before we optimized them. So that's now done. Let's check out the difference. So here we are in Alicante. This is just a medium-sized airport, clear skies, no external weather or anything like that. No traffic in the sim at the moment, and I'm holding around 58 FPS. Let's inject some traffic in, quite a bit of traffic, but this is pre-optimization. So this is with the full 4K liveries from fsltl, and see what that does to my FPS. And immediately you can see I've lost around 4 or 5 frames. Now, of course, remember this is no weather and we are not at the biggest airport going. Now, check out the difference with the optimized textures scaled down to around 1K. You can see I'm still holding around 60-61 FPS. That is a huge improvement. Now, think about this, of course, when we've got weather injected, when we're flying somewhere much busier like Heathrow or JFK, for example. That is going to be a remarkable difference. Checking out the difference between the two textures though, it is obvious that they have been downscaled. This is the 4K liveries, obviously looking very, very nice. And as we check out the 1K liveries, yeah, you can obviously tell that they're nowhere near as crisp and sharp as they were. But to be honest, I will happily take this hit. I'm not going to get that close to the AI traffic textures. They will serve a purpose from a distance, of course. They look absolutely fine. And not only that, I've saved about 36 gigabytes in space on my hard drive. And remember, of course, you don't have to downgrade them all the way to 1K like I've done. You can downgrade them just to 2K, for example. I would love to hear what you guys think about using this as a means to saving space on your hard drive, but overall improving your performance, particularly if you like flying into those busy areas or with lots of VATSIM and AI traffic around. If you do use this, then please do let me know in the comments down below how you've got on and what overall improvements you've seen as well. Also, let me take this opportunity to remind you that if you are looking for brand new add-ons, aircraft, scenery, airports, etc., don't forget to check out the Contrail store, our channel partner, where we have a special 10% discount code shown on the screen now. Make sure you jot this down for the next time you want to purchase anything, and it will save you a cool 10%. Also in the video description down below is a link to our other channel partner, the wonderful Innibuilds, amazing scenery and aircraft. If using that link as well to check them out, doing so also helps support the channel. So a huge thank you to everyone who's done that. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you have found this video really useful, and if you have, please don't forget to leave a like, and of course if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any of our future videos and of course live streams. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye bye for now.